had recently you've had with this team. Is it almost difficult to comprehend not being in the playoffs this season?
It is difficult. I think that's our expectation, that we're going to get to the playoffs and we're going to make a run. And to not have the opportunity this year is, not something that we're used to.
Does that kind of sink in while you're on the final minutes of the game when it kind of hits you that this season's basically over?
A little bit ago. It's not something that I really want to think about too much, to be honest.
Would that interfere with preparing for the last two games?
No. Regardless of the situation, this team's going to go out and fight and try to win games the best we can. I don't think there's anybody on this team that's ready to lay down.
You came out, you were moving the ball pretty well, you were running also doing some read option. Was that the way you felt was the best way to attack this? Did you feel good running the ball?
It was a position that we thought we could put our running backs, myself, our offensive line, a positive situation to have good plays. And we did move the ball well at the beginning of the game, but we have to be able to sustain that for 60 minutes.
Colin, what kind of impact did it have? Beyond just his contribution when Frank went down, did it have kind of a deflating impact on the sideline to see, a guy who's been there for so long and not be able to finish that game?
Frank's a phenomenal player, and he's one of the big leaders on this team. So to lose him, it was a hit to our offense, but at the same time, I think it was a bigger hit when we lost Los as well. And having both of our running backs go down, and we have Alfonso come in and Bruce come in, and they're playing their butts off to do everything they can to help this team, but it's not necessarily a situation that we've put them in the past.
No team is limited to the playoffs with just one game. It's a whole season. I realize this loss is fresh, but you try to respect what happened this year. Why do you think the team is so bad?
Once again, I think it goes back to execution. There's games that we haven't executed and we didn't finish the way we should have, from the Chicago game to the Raiders game. Those are two that pop out in my head. Finishing the Rams game is another one. That's 3 games right there where, if you're 10-4 instead of 7-7, it's a big difference at this point.
You've stated your support for your coach very strongly the last few days. Is it bizarre to you to hear that, certainly from the outside discussion, that he's probably not going to be back next year?
It is. Not something that I can fully wrap my mind around why that would be the situation, but he has my full support no matter if he's here or somewhere else. I hope he's back here, and I think he's a great coach.
You mentioned the great players that you lost. Obviously, it's a physical drop-off with, being the players get hurt, but what sort of emotional toll does it take also on the team to have those players go down?
It's tough. Those are players you turn to in tough times to make plays and give the offense a lift and put us in a good situation. And not having them, it is a tough situation for us.
Colin, what is the goal these next 2 games? Like we said, this is uncharted territory for you guys are eliminated from the playoffs. What is the goal these next 2 games for you guys?
To win. I think regardless of the situation, we're going out to win. There's no one on this team that's going to step on that field and say, hey, our season's over. We're not going out to compete. We're going to compete to the end.
Couple more?
With all this talent on this team, Colin, I know it's fresh. Does this season at all feel wasted to you, or like an opportunity wasted a week?
I think it's a difficult situation for us. Like we said earlier, I think everyone had high expectations, especially ourselves. And to not have this season to go the way it's planned, it's tough for us.
Colin, how are you so confident, given that many of these players on the team have never been in this situation to play in quote-unquote meaningless games, that you guys will respond the way you want to and continue to fight these last 2 games?
I think it's just the character of our players, character of this team, this organization, that we're going to go out and try to win. It doesn't matter if it's week 1 or week 16. We don't have a shot at the playoffs. We're going to play to win.
All right. Thanks, Colin.
Thank you.